Hey, it's Liam. Today is Friday. I always blank right as I start, don't I? Friday, February 3rd. Oh, I could do another take, but I'm not gonna. And it is really cold outside, so it's so cold it is this cold. So it is 2 degrees below zero outside, and it is 73 degrees inside. I'm trying to keep the heat up. Um, It'll fight away the cold in like the nooks and crannies and the drafts. It also only got up to 34 degrees. I'm not entirely sure that this is as awful as it actually is. The sensor for this is in the kitchen window, which is drafty one way. Sorry about the shaky cam. It's balancing on my knee. There we go. I'm trying to use my knee as a tripod. The sensor is kind of in the window area, so it's sheltered a bit from the outside, and the heat leaks out a little bit from the inside. So I think it's a little bit too generous. So it's really cold. I got a few drafty windows. I have some good windows, but some not so good windows. Someday I'll replace them. They do have some gaps in them, and I tape them up during the winter so to seal the gaps and so that it helps. It only heals it only helps the draft. It doesn't really, tape is not a good insulator. I was over at my mom's house yesterday, turning her heat up a bit as well too. So she's in Florida. She can't do it, but just she has an old house. Both of us have kitchen sinks that face north, which is where the gale winds. It's about 20-mile-per-hour winds. Winds, not like gusts. It's gusting higher than that. It's gusting to shake the house, but it's just pounding cold air into that north side of the house. And with the kitchen faucets in the cabinet, kind of not in this like general area, getting the general heating to it. So her cabinets are open. My cabinets are open. She doesn't have any other like vulnerable pipes, but I'll go over tomorrow just to make sure that nothing's leaking everywhere. So I've got the heat up. I think if we were to lose power, I'd be in trouble. But there's no precipitation with this. There's no rain. There's no freezing. There's no dripping. There's no icicles. There's no power lines. I mean, the wind could take down a tree and knock out power, but it's not because of ice and rain and wind and well, it is wind. Ice and rain and snow buildup on them. So it's coming in really fast. It's been really warm this winter, which I've been very appreciative of, and so it's just a real quick, suddenly getting very cold really fast. I can hear the house creaking as well, just from the how quickly the temperature dropped today, and how now there's a major difference between the temperature inside the house and outside the house. It's just like groaning under the pressure. And then Sunday it'll be 50 degrees again. So, go figure. But again, I'll be appreciative of it. I am keeping track of the weather every day for here and some places in the south where, I'm still thinking of getting a place someday. In fact, the end of this month, I have a trip down there to check out some sites. Not like check out like houses for sale, because any house that's for sale now, if it was for sale when I look again, when I decide if it's for sale still, then I'm not going to want it. There's something wrong with it. But it's really just about getting a sense of the place instead of just websites, maps, tables full of data. It's about going down and seeing what's the ride like going down there, and then when you're down there, what's it like down there? So I have a couple places I'd like to check out for a couple days, for a week at the end of the month. So that'll be fun. It'll be like work. It won't be work. It'll only be like work, because I do what I want when I want, and I'm done doing it when I'm done wanting to do it. Work is not so flexible. So I do have to finish making reservations to get down there and like putting all those together. And I mean it's a slightly shorter trip to Virginia Beach than it was to where I went to Roanoke in October. So there's that going for it, but you never know you never know what the weather's going to be or what you're going to run into. So that's no big deal. That's fine. I can handle that. But I won't have dragged someone. I haven't had someone someone's going to drop you off at an airport, and then is your flight going to leave? Is it going to leave on time? Is it going to land? Who's going to pick you up? How are you going to get away from the airport? And then when you are where you are, how are you going to get around? So just driving down, that's really what it's all about, to have the freedom to do what I want, wherever I want, whenever I want. So I don't really have an itinerary. I'm just going to kind of go with what I feel. And if I just feel off one day, then I can just not be stuck with reservations. I mean reservations. I need to make reservations to stay somewhere. But in terms of like, I've reserved a place to eat, or I've made reservations at an amusement park, or I've made, plans to do this on this time, and I've already kicked in some money to do it. I can just do whatever, whenever. So that's really it. I've got that's really it. I've got 2 series going on right now. One is the random trivia one, which the random trivia is just, I was at, TJ Maxx, not at Christmas, it was well before Christmas. TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Home Goods, they have tables with games on them, and I picked up this little cube of a box, and I had random trivia in it. And I thought that'd be interesting. I had no idea I still don't know what's in it, what's ahead, but every 7 days I'll do 7 bits of trivia, 7 responses. I'll try to do it in 7 minutes. I rapid fire them out. So you could check that out. That would be great. And I also unexpectedly came up with another one the other day. 4 years ago, was it 4 years ago? Yes, 4 years ago, a few days ago, I posted on Facebook a series of movie premises that were about cinemas. I don't remember exactly why I did that. There are not a lot of movies about movies, right? I mean, there are movies about making movies. There are movies about the people who make movies, and there are movies about celebrities, but there were never movies about like the cinema. So I started coming up with premises for it, and it got a little out of hand, and there ended up being over 90 at the end, and some fun comments from family and friends that thought I was losing my marbles, and maybe I was, but now I have this big long thing that I can use as a series, and I'm still interested with them all this time later. So I've gone about 4 episodes into it. I try to do it like during a break at work. I just take time in the middle of the day, turn on the camera, take some I pull out some of them, I look at them, I talk about them, and then that's it. And I slap it together maybe during another break later in the day, and that's it. And I post it, and bada bing, bada boom, I have another series, and still a long way to go. There's some important ones that I'll get to in the future, and I'm trying to like plan ahead so that they don't get buried. But it's fun, and that's really the only reason that I do it. It'd be great if you see this video, if you go check that one out, that'd be cool. I don't do it for the likes, but if you like it, that'd be great if you did. If you want to comment on them, that's also great too. You want to chime in with any movie ideas or cinema ideas, or thoughts about the random trivia on that, that'd be cool too. But I don't do it for money. I'm not going to do it for the plaque. I do it because it's fun to do, and if somebody sees it and they like it, that's great. And I know that there are people that do. So thank you for responding to it. Thank you. So I am going to. This has gone on almost 9 minutes. So thank you for watching my video here. I'm going to try to stay warm. I'm sure everything will be fine, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.